What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included Cesspool. So, I've done a lot of work off camera, and you can tell that just by looking over here. Look at that number, 131 tons of coal. Yes, so I've done quite a bit of work off camera. I was doing a lot of the grindy bits. Let me just zoom out here real quick. Look at that. We've been mining like fucking crazy. Cleaned out all this, cleaned out all this, cleaned out underneath here. And we're going to keep mining. But I've been more or less letting them sustain themselves. I moved our farms down in here and got it all, going and stuff. How are they doing on food, by the way? 190,000 calories, so pretty good. And I still have my cooling loop. I am going to change it though. I've decided in this episode we're going to change it. We're going to work on setting up the full cooling loop for the base, and then we are going to actually run all this fluid through one cooling loop. That instead of right now, what we're doing is we're cooling off this room and pumping this fluid out. I just want this fluid in the cooling loop, run it through here, and then run it through the base. Once it's cold enough, it starts going through the base. I want to change that to where that's how it's working. And that's not going to be too difficult to do with our current setup. Literally, all I have to do to achieve that is to... wait a minute. Yes, so all I have to do to achieve that is basically pump in these fluids, basically hook up this pipe to this right here, and it'll start pumping all the fluids through the base, through this, rather than through the cooling loops I have. Then I'll attach this to those cooling loops, so that way it'll just pump all the water through. We'll still let it drop in here, and we'll probably still let the fluid go in here to cool down a little bit for storage, so we don't get an overfill of our fluid loop. But we are going to run the whole thing through the loop. I'm going to be doing some rewiring. I've tried a few things to try to get this cooled down. It's done a little bit, but it's at a stagnant 75 degrees, which I'm not, honestly, I don't mind that. 75 is pretty good temperature, honestly. And we've managed to get a lot of liquid. Before it was like right here, and I've gotten it up to here. We're going to set up a kind of a special hack for storing large quantities of fluid. You can actually store literally all this fluid in a one tile cell if you compress it in a strong enough storage. I have, however, started cooling this down. So the cooling loop goes through here and it cools off the steam, and then this pump, once it reaches a certain temperature, will pump it out. And it'll send it into our storage over here. I've also got we did the hydrogen thing off on camera, I believe, and it's got a cooling loop running through it. Also cooling it down, running it back out. Trying to think, what else have I done? I don't think I've done a whole lot aside from that. I boxed up this steam vent, which we'll probably end up utilizing as well for some power. We'll just hook up a steam generator to it, and then just pump the water over into our cooling system. Which is another reason why I just want to set up the cooling system, because if I get it set up just right, we can just run all fluids through it, and then figure out a way to pump out the excess, so that way it'll go back into storage. I'm trying to think. Ooh, all my ice blocks melted. I'll have to fix that. May just end up setting up cooling loops through this as well. But I really want to rework the entire base. Like, I want to rebuild it from the ground up. Because we've got loads of plastic. Look at that, 10 tons of freaking plastic. And I haven't been using coal power because we haven't really needed it. I've been letting these wood burning generators go for extra power, but our hydrogen generators have been doing fantastic. This thing just keeps going. Eventually it's going to go dormant, and we're not going to be able to rely on it anymore, so we have to get other means of power up and going before too long. I know our steam turbine, it produces a little bit of power, but it's not consistently firing power, so that's an issue. So that's something that will work out. And I set up a second inlet here. Let me go ahead and pause it real quick. And basically any fluids piped into this will get cooled down to a reasonable temperature. I think I have it set to like below 60 degrees. And then it'll get pumped into our fluid storage, goes through the cleaning process, so if there's any contaminants, it'll get rid of it, and then it'll run it into our tank storage. Waste from the tank storage, I'm going to actually change out time. We may not do all that in one episode, but we are going to achieve it. But the base is my number one priority. I like the dimensions of the base. It's a little off kilter, which makes me kind of upset because This is one block too far to the left, and I also have to remove all these extra tiles down here. But I want to get it even on both sides, and we are going to work on cleaning this up entirely, so that way we have a proper base set up. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this, and whenever I got the plan figured out for this, I'll be back with you guys. Okay? Give me just a sec. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm moving all the critter farms. I'm getting the hatchling farm out of here, moving these to a better location and kind of blending it in with the layout that we're wanting the whole map to look like. So this way it'll look a little bit better, and I'm also doing something to help prevent heat from getting around too much in the bases. I'm going to set up a cooling unit in these. Basically, anytime the temperatures get above a certain temperature, because there's going to be a lot of critters in these, and I'm also maximizing the size in these. The size in this one, I think it was 99 tiles, but if you add the airflow tiles in, it reduces it down to like, I think 90 tiles, which is, I could probably get away with stretching it out one more, but it'd be very tight. I'd have to do something about it. And it would actually, yeah, 98 tiles there before I removed the like 9 tiles of airflow tiles right there. So, because this bottom one's going to have insulation all the way to here, and the rest are going to be farming tiles. But we're going to set that up for these. I'm moving them because where they're at, they don't match the layout like that. I keep the same layout for this entire thing, so that way all the lines line up on the same space. Doesn't matter where you are, that's where it's supposed to line up at. That kind of bugs me, actually. I'll have to fix that. But anything on any line should line up, and that one doesn't. And we're gonna move all these guys, move all the hydrogen, carbon dioxide in there, and we're gonna start using this for storing our glossy Dracos here and our stone hatchlings here. Not that we really need the stone hatchlings that bad anymore, but because I'm trying to get away from relying on coal power, but I still want to have them. These pinch rows, I haven't had enough food to keep up with them, so I'm actually killing off this bottom layer and just keeping the top layer. I've stopped allowing duplicates in here. Once they're all dead or getting close to death, I'm going to go ahead and kill them off. Because they've been attacking my duplicates, and I'm not a big fan of that. I've had to literally revive a few of them. I ended up having to set up a hospital room here to keep them alive. I've not been a fan of that, and all they do is produce lime, which helps. Don't get me wrong, having the lime helps, but we've already got fossils now, and I can produce lime that way, so I really don't need them. Granted, they do provide sand, but eventually, once I get to the surface, that's also not going to be necessary because I can use a different material for a sifting material. So these guys, I'm probably going to eventually kill off because I don't want my duplicates getting attacked. These guys are little assholes. They're very big assholes. They keep, like, straight up attacking my duplicates. So I'm just going to let them die off over time. Not feeding them, so they're going to starve to death. That's what they get for attacking my duplicates. But right now they're going to work on building all this, and then I'm going to start pumping all the gases out of them so I can put, I'm going to put pure oxygen in the hatchling rooms, and then I'm going to put hydrogen, carbon dioxide combos in the glossy Draco rooms, as well as put the farm tiles down. I haven't put the farm tiles down yet because I want them to get the bottom tiles built first, because it's a pain in the butt to try to build the tile on top of the tile. And the reason why I'm not extending it downward rather than upward is, for one, it's easier to copy when you stair step them on top of each other. Oh, I'm gonna let them go at this for a bit. Alright guys, they've almost got it built. After they got it all closed off, I made sure to prioritize the outer build, and now I have them pumping out all the gases out of this room. I built a high pressure gas pump, so it'll be a lot quicker since I'm pumping out multiple rooms here. I'm also having them put in airflow tiles down the center. Oop, I just noticed they didn't do it here. But luckily there's an opening right there for now, so it's not a huge deal. But they're working on pumping out all the gas out of this room now. And I'll set up 3 gas pumps over here to pump out these rooms. And then we'll slowly start working on moving all of our critters over to these new farms. Once we have oxygen in these rooms, and we have hydrogen and carbon dioxide in these rooms. I definitely want to keep that plastic production going because that's pretty awesome. I mean, loads of freaking plastic. Okay, well, I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, I did a lot of doing, but we got all the critters out of this room, so we can deconstruct this entire room. How'd that go by night? Put that up for a deconstruct command, and somebody eventually come over and do it. Hey, look at that. Critter room is now deconstructed. Okay. I also want to more thoroughly deconstruct this room too, but I gotta be careful not to... Hold on. Why is there a random stone hatchling here? I don't know. F6. Okay, there's no water pipes. F7. There are some gas pipes though. Here, deconstruct. Deconstruct. And the door. Alright, that wasn't as good. That was dumb. Alright, and then the rest of the room I won't have to choose. There we go. Deconstruct that whole room. I'm fine with my farms being down here, honestly. I do want to move the whole kitchen setup down here. And we are going to start deconstructing the bedrooms as well. Just do a full deconstruct right through there. Deconstruct right through there. I know those beds, some of those beds are preoccupied, but they'll just move into some of these beds down here until we're done. There we go. I want them to do a sweep command on all that. And then furniture, comfy beds, takes 200 plastic per. Perfectly fine with that. Oh shit, forgot the doors aren't there. There we go. There we go. They'll start building those beds here soon. We're going to take down the crown molding in the rooms and put some other stuff down. Not quite sure yet. Furniture, let's see what we can do here. Care about that. Tempting. How much decor does this provide? Plus 10. How much do these provide? Basically the same. So it really wouldn't make that big of a difference. This one has a wider radius though. This will expand to the whole room. Any plants? Depends on the plant, I guess. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's leave the corner molding. There we go. Furniture. Dang, they're quick. Alright, blank canvas. Go. Alright, and then do another sweep of these rooms since we did more constructing. And let's pick a tile. This as +5 decor. That has a +5 decor too. This has a faster run speed though, which would be very beneficial. and they don't heat up as much. Granted, I don't have to worry about that once I remove the flowers anyway. 100. I got enough to do 129 of these. Screw it. Metric fuck ton of this of our plastic, but it'll be worth it. We'll move all the duplicates up into these rooms to boost their morale. Alright. I also how much plastic I got left? Enough for 50. I like how some of the duplicates have already moved into the new beds. That's hilarious. Alright, what about doors? Decor plus 10, decor plus 10, decor minus 15, same with that door. Okay, so the airlock door, oh, that's minus 10. So the pneumatic doors have the best decor. Okay. No plastic doors or anything like that either. That's fine. We'll leave the normal doors. Oh, do I not have a duplicate that can do that? Okay, skills. Morale's gonna start going up now that we're making upgrades to the base. This is a researcher. Not enough points. This person could do it. She's our cook, I think. Camille. Well, either way, we'll give it to her anyway. Boop, boop, and worth it. It'll be worth it once we're done. And we will change her priorities, Camille, to decorating for sure. Oh, that's Catalina. Camille. There we go. And we'll turn her farming down just a scooch. We're doing really good on food anyway. In fact, too good. We're at 250,000 calories, a quarter million. But she'll come in and start decorating. And they should all be masterpieces. Nice. Please make them all the same. Oh, you ass. Oh well. Not that big a deal. But for... decor overlay. Here it is. Look at that crap. Total decor 77. That's pretty sick, actually. As they work on cleaning all these rooms up, it'll get even better. Nice. And they've almost got all the plastic tiles figured out. And I think I'm going to turn this room right here into a nature preserve and force them to have to go through there to exit the base. And I can attach it to this section right here, so when they come out of the rooms, this is also part of the nature bonus, so they get the nature bonus just from leaving their rooms. I think that would benefit our base really well. Okay. Let's start assigning beds. Come on. That'll make them much happier. And we have 2 extra comfy beds already set up. And that means we can go ahead and deconstruct. Actually, you know what? Let's deconstruct all these rooms together. Just like that. Alrighty. Alright guys, I put a lot of work into this. So, this is the new layout. Control S. Take a look at this. I cleaned it up hardcore. So, what we're going to start doing is I've like evenly distributed the base on both sides here. So, on this side, We have the two sets of beds, which I need to fix that little gap. And I've also got two bathrooms now. And I went ahead and removed that filtration system. It's just going to pump straight into this, where it's just going to automatically clean it and then shove it here into the polluted water source. Which I also removed our transformers because we really don't need them. One heavy watt transformer with conductive wire covered 90% of the base. Then I set up one more right here. This is basically a pump system where they can just deposit any loose liquids they find into here. This will pump it and then shove it to our liquid storage. And I had to put a transformer down here to hook up to it. So here's our cooking room. I put it in, and I tried to go is like copy and paste both sides like for the tiles. And then over here, we're going to start growing peppermint. And the reason why is because once we get us a source of natural gas, we start using this guy making stuffed berries, a 4 times quality food item. That because we got loads of gristleberries, we're already producing that. We might as well make it a shitload of it, right? Let's go ahead and queue up some stuff here. Fried mushrooms, obviously. Gristleberries, yup. Barbecue, obviously. Make this priority of 9. Cooked fish. I also make the frost buns. Do not want to make pickled meal. And I don't care about mush fry anyway. So that's all queued up. We're not going to use the micro masher just because that wouldn't be too bad, but we don't have access to sleet wheat. At least not easily. So I pumped in some hot hydrogen. I think it's about 100 something degrees. Oh wow, it went down in temperature. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I think I got everything fixed up. I got polluted water pumping in here from our water storage up here. I've got our gas, I got these turned back on for now. We got about 40 tons, so that'll last us for now, but eventually we're going to make a Rodriguez gas pump system. I have our gas pump turned back on. I used something a little bit cheaper electric-wise, using a gas element sensor and a shutoff to run the gas oxygen through here. But yeah, I think our base is starting to look pretty good, guys. We have our kitchen with our refrigerators. We got our 3 farms, the two bristleberries, and the peppermint. I am currently filling up this atmosuit with oxygen because it is pretty hot in this room. Still not hot enough. I thought I got it hot enough. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Be right back. Okay, I think I got something figured out. So I put a thermal sensor over here in this corner, and what it'll do is if it gets below 105 degrees, this thing will heat up, and it will heat up the hydrogen in here, causing it to get hotter. I think I'm going to put some temperature plates behind it to help reduce that. One sec, guys. Sorry, I forgot I was still recording there. Anyway, so yeah, looks like they're throwing the pinch of peppermints. I want to keep it about 100 degrees in here. If it starts cooling down, obviously the space heater should kick in and help with that. Hopefully it won't. They keep bringing hot materials in here to clean it up and to heat it up, and kind of pain in the butt. That seems to be heating up the hydrogen pretty well. Okay, over here, staying above 100 pretty well. here. Okay. I don't want to get too hot in the center either. Okay, one second, guys. Alright, guys, I've been trying everything to try to keep this room hot, and it's just not working. So I think I'm going to end up having to set up a whole water heating system, the temperature, and run it over here and create a heating loop. Not looking forward to that, but I can set up some water, put a temperature in it, and then I can put a thermal regulator. Once it reaches a certain temperature, it pumps it up, and it runs it through here. I'll set it to about 150 degrees, run it through there, let it heat up the room. Because even with 2 space heaters, it's still not staying hot enough. We got temp shift plate going down. Nice temp shift. Oop. That's annoying. Okay. Yep, looks like it's dormant. That explains a lot. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Why is the stress so high? That reminds me, I should set up a room for relaxation. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap up this video a little early. I've been doing this episode for about 4 hours now. It's taking so much work. The base is looking really nice, though. We got it mostly cleaned up, which is awesome. I need to increase the priority of the storage here. Okay. Anyway, I'll work on figuring out why I can't keep these too hot. Why I can't keep these hot enough soon. They're about to get too cold to grow again. Wait. Yeah, it's still going down. Oh, it's really annoying, and I don't want to waste power on it. I know the temperature is way better anyway. I just didn't want to set up a heating loop, but it's looking like I'm not gonna have a choice. Alright, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell down below to let you know how to upload videos to YouTube. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below if there's anything you guys want to see in the future. But otherwise, guys, that's gonna have to do it for me. So I'll see all of your beautiful faces in the next video. Bye, guys.